up, residents? Jacob here. If you didn't know, which you might not considering how they handled it, the trailer for Apple TV's Monarch Legacy of Monsters, the new MonsterVerse TV show, was revealed over the weekend. And today we're gonna focus on some more secrets that were revealed over the weekend that nobody else really is talking about. Hidden within the secrets revealed could be a lot of cool stuff about the new TV show, and that's what we're gonna talk about in this video, so let's not waste any more time, let's get to it. So if you go to your search engine and you type in monarch-unlock.info, it's gonna bring you to this secret page, which allows you to look through all these separate tabs, each of which containing their own bit of hidden information. Now I guess they're trying to make everyone feel like hackers or something, because that's kinda what the vibe of the TV show is working with. So I assume that's why nothing was really said about this website, and it's kinda hard to find unless you're like a super fan. So let's get our hacker on and break into this bad boy. Now the first tab says top secret, and if you look to the left it has that little clear symbol that it's a video, so let's click on it. And once you do, you're treated with a real gift.
Hey, buddy.
A 30-second video coming from none other than Bill Randa, John Goodman's character from Kong's Skull Island. Now he must have recorded this before his death, and within his dialogue here he says a lot of deep stuff.
But maybe I could leave something for the future.
It sounds like he's talking to someone back home, possibly a son or a daughter or some family member that clearly he loves. But since he's been with Monarch and has been chasing monsters his whole life, he hasn't really been there for this person. He tells this person that if they ever find this video that it means he's probably dead. But he hopes that one day his actions will make sense to whoever it is he's talking to. There's some really powerful stuff there, and it sets the tone for the TV show as a whole. This show is not going to be working with a bunch of cheesy dad jokes. But let's move on to the next tab. This one says, read me. The truth will emerge. Join the search for answers. Share what you find using hashtag MonarchUnlocked. There's so much to uncover. Follow Monarch Sciences for the truth. Now, this is a message to us, the fans, pretty much saying, hey, look for the answers, look for the clues, if you want to figure it out, it's up to you, and if you find anything, go type in hashtag MonarchUnlocked. Let's move on. The next tab says Rhonda_Shaw_Miura, I believe that's how that's pronounced. And if you click on that, you see the three characters that they're not the main characters, I don't think, in Monarch Legacy of Monsters. They're like the side story main characters. So it's a little confusing, but we actually were lucky enough to get to see the first episode of Monarch Legacy of the Monsters. Oh my gosh, guys, it's so damn good. You're gonna be blown away, but these three characters, they have a big part of that first episode. So these three characters are gonna have a very pivotal role in the show, and I guess this little tab right here is telling us that. But there's not really any juicy information here, so let's move on. The next one says top secret. That's gotta be a pretty big deal, right? Let's click on it. And once you do, you're treated with an old school map of Earth. Now they say it's top secret, and so therefore there might be some hidden language and information and who knows what in this picture here, but I couldn't find anything. I spent like 10 minutes looking through it. Pretty much all that it says is like, oh, there's a type of fancy rock here, or there's a crazy reading here. It's pretty much referring to probably, the monsters and the titans and all the Hollow Earth stuff going on around the planet. So if you're able to find any more hidden secrets here, just pause the video and do whatever you gotta do, look through it. I couldn't find anything, it's just a map, it's just a dang map, but anyway, let's move on. The next one says Monarch HQ Gamma Activity. Alright, so once you click on that, this image pops up right here. Now that is Alaska. And so it appears like something's about to happen at some sort of headquarters or base there, probably one surrounding a Titan, right? Or they just found one and they're gonna build a new Monarch base. This actually looks a lot like the old Monarch Science marketing thing they did for King of the Monsters, that kind of digital Earth that they used for that. And so something's either on the way down there, judging by the red dotted lines, like that's its destination, or there's something about to happen there. Regardless, we're going to Alaska, there's some sort of big significance there. You guys let me know down in the comments what it could be. Moving on to the next tab, it says Hatarama Island, I believe. And once you click on that, you get this old school picture of what the heck is that. Now that is some crazy sort of technology. It looks like something that would, bring Frankenstein to life. I wonder what it could be. Now if you look at that crazy sphere-shaped pod, it looks like there's a door in the front, but I believe that's just way too small to be an actual door when you compare the size of this thing to the little boat that it's on. And with all the wires and crazy things hooked up to it, I don't think this is something that a human would get in. It almost looks more like a satellite or some sort of tool used to survey an area, something like the Hollow Earth maybe. And one of the next secrets revealed here might actually show this thing again, so stay tuned. Alright, let's click on this one that says Bulletin. Once it pops up, well, this is something that's supposed to, what I think, represent someone's desk, you know, working at the Monarch agency. There's nothing in this information here. I read through it all. It's just basic corporate mumbo-jumbo talk. So there's nothing really to learn from this other than the fact that, like, hey, this agency exists. It's like some FBI, CIA stuff. It's cool, right? Cool stuff. Let's move on. Hiroshi Randa desk. Alright, well, if you're getting older in age, this might interest you. Now, this is information and documents from someone trying to get into an elderly assisted home thing. If you glance at the documents, I think this is an ex-military person who's clearly got something going on with Monarch, Philippine Islands, that's where they did a lot of the nuclear tests, hence Monarch and Godzilla, so I think this is someone who was around during the early days of Monarch and is now an older person who's trying to go and, you know, be put in an elderly home so they could live out the rest of their lives there. And yeah, that's all I got from this. I don't think there's really any sort of cool hidden information. Whatever Malloy up there means, I don't know what that means. So if you guys have any ideas what this could mean, let me know down in the comments. Almost done here, Operation Hourglass. Alright, so that right there is the pod that we've seen in the official teaser for Monarch Legacy of the Monsters that came out like a month ago, where we've seen Shaw and a few other characters looking like they were about to go on some astronaut mission thing. Now this pod's clearly going to be used to get somewhere. My guess is the Hollow Earth. It just makes sense. The Hollow Earth was revealed in the actual trailer for the show, so, you know, I think we're going to see them actually attempting to visit this strange and mysterious land. And if you watch Godzilla vs. Kong, you know how difficult that is. And they're working with 1950s, 60s technology here, so I don't know how well it's going to go. And remember that crazy sphere-shaped thing earlier that was sitting in the boat? Well, look at the bottom of this image. Does that not look like the thing that we seen earlier? So I think that was just a part of this whole giant contraption that's going to be both a way for humans to get to the Hollow Earth, as well as that sort of satellite thing down there on the bottom where they're going to get all the readings and all the technology and all that stuff. That's my guess. What's yours? Regardless, cool picture. I'm sure there's tons of hidden images like this in our government right now, especially with all the alien stuff going on recently, right? So this looks cool. It looks like something that could be plausible in the real world. And now the last tab simply says Kintaro. And once you click on it, it's not the character from Mortal Kombat.
Kintaro wins.
It's this poster thing right here. Now, there's actually a character in the show called Kintaro, but this doesn't really seem to have anything to do with him from what I've seen. If any of you guys can read what it says, clearly I think it's Japanese, then let me know down in the comments. But yeah, it's just a poster, like a movie poster or like a music poster. I have no idea, and I have no idea what this thing has to do with Godzilla or this new TV show, but there's something there, I guess. And that's all we have for you guys right now regarding this secret Monarch Unlocked info page. Overall, I don't really know what they expected us to get from this. There's not really anything to really hype up or share around that's really going to make everybody be like, oh my god. And they showed Bill Randa, which is very cool, but they already showed him and, you know, other trailers and all that for the show. So it's like, I don't know, there's not like a big like draw, there's not a big pull to really care about this. It's cool to see this stuff, but I don't know what they expected. They almost acted like, you know, us fans were supposed to find this, share it, do all their marketing for them, all their promotion for them, and like, yeah, everyone's gonna be happy, but I didn't see anybody talk about this. That's why I wanted to make a video about it and get it out there and kind of help Apple TV out, since they decided to not make their trailer live for some reason over the weekend. And of course, instead of getting millions of views, it only has a few 100,000 views. And so like, that's a big deal because this show is really good, guys. Like I said, we were lucky enough to get to see some of it, and it's really good. And so it kind of has upset us that they kind of botched the release of the first official trailer. I went and talked to my normie friends just the other day after the trailer was released to the public, and I was like, hey guys, did you know that there was a Godzilla show and that they just released a trailer for it this weekend? And they were like, what Godzilla show? I didn't know one existed. So whatever their marketing plan was, I think it was a fail, so it's kind of up to us fans and creators to pick up the slack. That trailer was too damn good to have no one talking about it already. We're just like a week later. It's just kind of annoying how the only people talking about this show are the superfans. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to bring this to you today. You know, hopefully you can find something that I couldn't find in these. And remember, go to monarch-unlock.info. I'll leave a link down in the description and see if you can find any more hidden information. You guys know we're going to keep talking about all this new stuff coming out, so subscribe if you haven't already. And of course, this has been Jacob. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.